As you know, we're talking about President-elect Trump's 7 promises to the American worker. Today on Concepts with Kacie, we look at number 3 on that list, label China a currency manipulator. Currency manipulation is more a criticism of a country's trade policy than a technical term. U.S. lawmakers have called China a currency manipulator because drastic moves to devalue a currency can cause instability in markets across the globe. So why would a country devalue its currency? 2 reasons: to boost exports and gain an advantage in trade. Here's how it works. Electronics are manufactured in China and sold to the United States. Then the yen is devalued. Now, Chinese electronics cost less in U.S. dollars. Americans buy more electronics, and China's exports go up. But now American imports in China are more expensive, so demand for American goods decreases. And that was the story for most of the 1990s and 2000s. But since the financial crisis, the United States has weakened the dollar through quantitative easing. That's a fancy term for when the Federal Reserve increases the amount of money in circulation to stimulate the economy. So let's look at a graph of the past 15 years. In the early 2000s, 1 yen was worth 12 cents on the dollar. Then, during the financial crisis, the dollar weakened, and the value of the yen increased. By 2013, 1 yen was more than 16 cents. But then the value of the yen started to decrease again, and that's what made American lawmakers really nervous. In 2015, the Chinese central bank devalued the yen by 2%. They said that was a result of reforms that made the yen's exchange rates more responsive to changes in the market, and the IMF said that too. But U.S. lawmakers saw it as cheating. Both Democrats and Republicans were calling for China to be labeled a currency manipulator. So President-elect Trump says he'll direct the Secretary of the Treasury to label China a currency manipulator. But what would that do? According to an op-ed Trump penned last year, it would lead to imposing special tariffs to offset the negative effects of imports that are cheaper than they should be. Trump says this would help protect American manufacturing and jobs. Thanks for joining us this week on Concepts with Kacie. If you have any financial terms you want us to unpack, send me an email. For more financial news, subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Weekend Bulletin. I'm Kacie Candela, WFUV News.